It's a brand new season, and Fox Sports coverage begins here at Daytona International Speedway with a race of last year's pole winner, the Daytona Shootout. I'm Mike Joy with Darrell Waltrip.
Mike, this is an interesting race. It's almost like an all-star race. A lot of pride. Not any points, just money, a trophy, and to say that you won this race.
Any strategy?
Yes, sir. Flat out and belly to the green.
So let's find out who's the fastest of last year's fastest qualifiers. And let's get this season underway here in Daytona.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Budweiser Shootout here. The first race of a brand new series. We're starting in NASCAR 15 Victory Edition Season Mode here. Of course, this is with Dale. We are going to be driving as Dale Earnhardt Jr., the number 88. We are currently using his 2016 Nationwide Series paint scheme. As we are underway here in the shootout here, starting in 7th here as we try to hold off Eric Almirola behind us and try to make moves to get around Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. as Matt Kenseth leads the field. So we continue to race here at Daytona in this opener here, this brand new season here. As we now go to these Jimmy McMurray, and now we go through after the lead on Truex and Kenseth. Actually, that's through for a second. As Michael Waltrip is leading the race in the 66, and we're going to get such a big run. We're going to take the lead from Waltrip, and Dale Jr. now, that's ourselves, will be leading at Daytona in the Budweiser Shootout as we try to race our way through to a shootout victory. We'll see how successful we will be, as we will lead this opening lap of racing, really absolutely storming away from the field right now with some tremendous pace. I mean, truly, we are flying from the pack right now as I get myself acclimated back to this game that I have not played in a long time. But we are rolling here, leading the way at Daytona, trying to bring ourselves home a victory. As we lead over Eric Almirola, the 43 car there behind us. Here comes Truex, Hamlin, everyone coming in all directions. We're blocking low, we're blocking high, we're blocking everybody as much as we can here. We decide to stay on the bottom and block Truex, allow Denny Hamlin to have the run on the top. He falls back behind us. We go up to block him and go down, and we cannot block Martin Truex Jr. And now we're going to get a big shove from Austin Dillon after bouncing off the 78. Through the middle, here we come. We're making our way through the field, trying to make something happen here at Daytona. Tony Stewart just at the fastest lap of the race as we block Austin Dillon. Now heading into turn 1 and 2. Very intense here. Now we clear the 3, stay ahead of Dillon, but we continue to race hard for position. Now he gets up right there behind us, but we continue to block him, hold him off behind us, and try to hold on to this race lead as we continue on racing here at Daytona. He's got to run. There's Brad Keselowski right there on the inside. We block the 3 and carry on with our day. Trying to hold on to the lead as you see the 43 Eric Almirola getting around the bottom. But we will lead here after 3 laps of racing at Daytona. And we are going to put down the fastest lap of the race right there. Now Cole Whitt beats us. As now we move on to lap 6, and Ricky Stenhouse is aggressively trying to pass us. We were just blocking like crazy. Now we let him in on the inside, and we're going to hit him. Contact with Truex. Oh, big contact up into the wall. They saved it. What a save. And now we block Kevin Harvick. Get into the back of Stenhouse, go underneath him as we move into second here at Daytona. Now we got a huge run on Truex. And that'll be the end of segment 1 of the shootout. We finish second as Truex will win round 1 of the shootout and start on pole for the final segment. As now you see Truex leader, myself second. You see the race results here. We're scrolling through them nice and quick of this stage 1 of the segment. And now we move on to stage 2 of this segment. See here, everyone mandatory pit stop. So now we move on to the restart here on lap 8. We remain in second right alongside Truex as now we're going to get back underway here in the shootout at Daytona. And we are underway here. This is the last time it's going to be with 9 laps to go in the shootout. Truex and myself side by side for the lead, but we check up, we get into him. When we are to spin the 78 around goes Truex. We send him, we spin him for the lead. A very not great move there. Just dumped Truex for the lead right in front of the pack. Damages other vehicles at the back of the field, but of course that brings out the caution. And we continue on as we bring ourselves here. We stay on the racetrack. We start on the inside. We start on the front row alongside Stenhouse here for this restart with 7 laps to go now here at Daytona in the Budweiser Shootout. We start alongside Ricky Stenhouse Jr. trying to triumph here and get a good start to Speed Weeks. As now we're alongside him. Block. Oh, he put him in the wall. He put him in the wall. We just put Stenhouse in the wall for the lead. Now here comes David Reagan in the 34 behind us. Kevin Harvick trying to make something happen on the outside lanes. You can see there in the mirror. Here comes Kurt Busch in the 41 as well behind David Reagan. We go up to block high and now block low. We continue to try to block as much as we can. Now Kurt Busch a run there. We block that. Now here comes David Reagan again. We hold him off. And we continue to fight viciously for position. As Kurt Busch to the inside. And Kurt Busch will take the lead here. Oh, big contact. He's up the track. What a save by Kurt Busch. Now Denny Hamlin in the lead. More contact. Now into Allgaier. Now into Paul Menard. Oh, big contact. Big contact. Door check. Oh, we're in the wall. We're in the wall. And we're crashing. And there we go. We're wrecking big time. There goes Kyle Busch. Oh, big hit into Carl Edwards. He's spinning. And we slam the 18. And that's the end of segment 2. We'll be 26th. Crashing to the end of this segment after just trying to hold on, and up the track we went. Too much bump drafting, and the segment winner will be Denny Hamlin, who will start second in the final segment. Of course, myself, Bushy, and Carl Edwards go crashing to end the segment, and now we are definitely going to bring it down pit road to get some repairs. Now we resume here with 5 laps to go in the shootout. We are going to start all the way in dead last, 28th. Can we go from 28th to 1st using lessons learned from his father, Dale Earnhardt Jr.? We'll see if we can do it. As we're back here in 28th alongside the 18 of Kyle Busch. After that incident we just went through, we got Carl Edwards up ahead in 26. Kurt Busch, the other Busch brother, leading the field right now in the shootout, trying to get that win. As we try to draft up to Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards, which we will. You see Cole Witt still has the fastest lap of the race on lap 3, beating us by 0.06 of a second. And now we got a huge run into 3-4. We are absolutely hauling the mail. And now we go the outside of Kyle Busch. Carlos, we are absolutely moving. And contact there in the back of Danica, giving her a big shove here down towards the trial. Now alongside Jeff Gordon for 24th. We door check him out of the way, and we continue to run him outside, give McMurray a big bump. We're now 4 wide, big contact. Whoa, what a save. Truex save it. No, there he goes. Around goes Martin Truex Jr. to bring out the caution flag here for the second time in the shootout as he goes crashing into the outside wall by himself there. He tried to save it. He was unsuccessful in doing so. And now, of course, we are going to stay out on the racetrack, because at this point, you got to give yourself a shot to win the shootout. So we are going to stay out. And we're going to jump up to restart in the 17th position. So we're going to have to gain 16 spots in 2 laps. This would be a Dale Earnhardt-like comeback if we could pull it off. Here we go. We are back underway for the most likely the final restart of the shootout here. 2 to go. We're underway. Justin Allgaier leading the field, trying to pull off the upset of the century as we race alongside Keselowski for 17th here at the back after all our woes in this race with many incidents. And we continue on racing, but Keselowski takes the point and will jump ahead of us here for 17th. But we're going to get a big shove from Jimmy Johnson, our teammate here at Hendrick, and a huge run on the inside. We're going to be absolutely flying here past Keselowski. Carl Edwards goes to block. We use his draft and then go right past him, continuing to get the shove from Jimmy. Now we're trying to get up to Danica Patrick as well in the 10 as we block Jimmy. We're getting nothing right now. We are stuck back here, struggling easy, and what a run we get right there to 3 and 4. We go by Edwards, going by Danica, going by Austin Dillon, going by Stenhouse, going by Kurt Busch. We're now in the top 10. Door check McMurray up into Cole Witt. Now we're in the top 10. We're in 11th right now. There's Michael Annette, and the door checking now. There's contact. We move him out of the way. Now we're trying to pass Witt, Allgaier. They're all stacking up. We get a huge run on the inside to the lead using lessons from his father. Dale Jr. goes from 17th to 1st in 1 lap, in a lap and a quarter, and we're leading this shootout over Michael Waltrip, Jeb Burton, and Justin Allgaier. What a move we just pulled to take the lead. Now we're trying to block Waltrip here to hold on to the lead and win the shootout. Allgaier's on the bottom. We're blocking. Waltrip gives us a huge shove here in the corner. We stick it low. We're trying to block here. We go a little bit high. He's got to run. We try to block. We open the door. Cut it around. We go. We're wrecking for the lead. Oh, hard hitting the wall. We're all wrecking. A huge crash, and we're done. We're going to DNF from the shootout on the last corner, the last lap, trying to block Michael Waltrip. Eric Almirola wins the Bud Shootout, and Dale Jr. ourselves, we are wrecked. We are done. Engine completely torched. And that's it. We're out. It's over. Tried to block and we wrecked. So Eric Almirola wins the shootout. We finished the last. We DNF. But you see there, Almirola wins the shootout over Newman, Stewart, Gordon, Edwards, Stenhouse, so on and so forth, top 10. And we finished DNF in 28th. And now we transfer on to qualifying for the Daytona 500 here in our Speed Weeks coverage. As Martin Truex Jr. currently has the pole, but we are out on the racetrack, the last car to go, trying to beat Martin Truex Jr. to win the pole here to the Daytona 500, so we don't have to worry if we do crash in our dual race, which, looking at the way the shootout went, is highly likely. So we're trying to beat a 47.84, which is Truex's lap. Our personal best is a 46.64, which is a whole second faster than Truex's pole lap at the moment. As we make our way now through 3 and 4, trying to bring it home here. Get this Daytona 500 pole position as Hendrick typically does. They have a pretty good record of getting the front row. As we come across the line, our first lap will be a 47.93. We will be about 6th on the leaderboard, 900ths behind Truex. We're going to try to beat that here on our second lap of Daytona 500 qualifying to try to find our way to that Daytona 500 pole. Right now we're doing it. We're about a little bit flirting in between 700ths and a little over a 10th to the good, which would put us in the pole on the pole over Truex. Here at Daytona, got some good speed. It's going back and forth, just barely. Oh, then went under, back up. We're still just, looks like we're on pace to get the pole here. Going through the corner, really gaining some time now. 2/10 to the good. We were 3/10 for a second there, but it looks like it's going to steady at about just over a 10th to the good as we come through the line. We are going to win the pole by 2/10, and we win the Daytona 500 pole, and we will start on the front row no matter what happens in our Daytona dual race. So we bring home the pole here in Daytona with a monster qualifying lap as we beat Truex for the pole. Just barely by just under 2/10 of a second. Everyone else has to fight for their position in the duels. So myself and Truex will be on the front row as we begin the duels.
It's time to set the starting lineup for the Daytona 500 with a pair of 150-mile qualifying races. The Duel at Daytona. I'm Mike Joy with Darrell Waltrip.
Mike, these races are fun because the driver has one responsibility. Don't wreck the car. Go out there, get some information, kind of prepare for the Daytona 500. So go out there, drive smart, and oh, by the way, try to win.
This is the opportunity these teams have been working on all winter. It's time to go earn a spot in the Daytona 500 or load up and go home.
And welcome back now. Thank you, Mike Joy, for that intro here to the duels. As on our duel, we will start alongside Jeff Gordon in the 24 machine, who is the best qualifier, qualifying third as we are in duel 1, so we, of course, are the pole sitter. Our goal here is to not completely wreck and DNF like we did in the shootout, so that's what we're trying to do here. As now we are on the inside of Gordon. Logano going to be behind us. Jimmy Johnson, we got a lot of big names and contenders up here at the front of this duel race, trying to start as high up as possible in the Daytona 500, which will be after this, the duels. So here comes Logano, big run behind us, nothing there. They got Jeff Gordon up on the top. We're going to go to block him. We're going to stay with Logano, who's giving us a big shove. Now we go to block Gordon, back down to block Logano, and back up to block Jeff Gordon. Blocking back and forth on the inside. We're not going to be able to block Ty Dillon and Kyle Busch. Big run. I mean, that's Austin Dillon, sorry. Austin and Kyle Busch. We're already making contact. Kyle Busch, and there he goes. Kyle Busch into the wall. What a save by Kyle Busch. Unbelievable save. He almost... Oh, Connor Allmendinger. We're wrecking. There goes Stelz. Wow. Somehow we all saved that and avoided absolute disaster as we dropped from 1st to 7th already here in the duel. Now down to 8th as Kyle Busch, a big run on the outside of us. He'll zip around. So here comes Jimmy Johnson. He'll go right by us. And Clint Boyer, he might as well find his way to our outside, which he has. But now we get the big run. Jimmy Johnson's draft, and we go back up to the outside to try to make a move. And that doesn't pan out until we get a huge run here on the back of McMurray. We're into the side of Cole Witt. We're door checking each other. We save it. Now we got Josh Wise, the Doge machine, behind us. And we are shoving the brains out of Cole Witt right now as we are in 9th. He runs in 8th as we try to get our way back up to race leader Regan Smith here in the duel. As now we're giving Cole Witt big shove. We're going right up. We're flying up to this pack right now. We give him a big shove to the back of Allmendinger. And we make our move on Witt as we move into 8th place. Door checking there a little bit underneath Allmendinger. Oh, and he shoves us both W line, and we're wrecking all over the wall, and we're wrecking big time. And around we go. Oh, we slam Dylan Others. Everyone goes by. Here comes the net. Now we try to hit him. We miss. And so we're just going to do the classic here in NASCAR 15 to get ourselves a yellow after that disastrous start. Just going to turn around, and the caution is out here in the duel. We're going to start at the back anyway. So we just go around. That brings out this yellow. So here we are. We are going to, of course, come down here and get repairs for that wreck that caused by Allmendinger shoving us below the WL line. So in my opinion, he should be penalized. So we start back here at the back of the duel here in 22nd alongside AJ Allmendinger. As we are back underway here in the duel, we're going to try to see if we can keep the draft, but probably not a high chance of that as Ryan Blaney leads the field, trying to solidify that 3rd place starting spot in the Daytona 500. As we are side by side with Allmendinger still, but the pack pulling away now, and that might just seal our fate of losing the draft unless we can get a miracle here and catch up to Michael Annette. We just hit the wall. That definitely didn't help, and us and Allmendinger side drafting is certainly not helping at the moment. And so the pack is just going to run right away from us, and we're going to door Allmendinger right there into 3 and 4. We're going to, because we're still a little bit frustrated with him when he pulled there, and we're just going to go into winner. We're wrecking. And we saved it. What I say, we both saved it, man. That's incredible. So we both save it, but we will both lose the draft as Jimmy Johnson now leads the duel.
Looking really good, buddy. 4 to go.
Now I move on to the white flag final lap here. This duel presented by Credit One Bank. It is Greg Biffle now leading to bring home the duel win. We find ourselves in 18th, Allmendinger 19th. We passed 3 cars that pitted. Now we're 17th as Casey Mears just pitted. So we're picking up some positions late here in the duel, but it's still going to be a disappointing finish after what was a strong run early. Just we lost the draft after getting involved in that crash, all because of AJ Allmendinger. So we got some beef with him. Not too happy about what he did to us. As it looks like Greg Biffle might bring home the duel win, and he'll start 3rd right behind us in the Daytona 500. As we continue on down to 3 and 4, you see on the mini map Greg Biffle and the leaders through the tri-oval into the line. Greg Biffle will win duel number 1 and start on row 2 in 3rd place here in the Daytona 500, and we will bring home a very respectable 17th place finish. Not really there, so sorry. I meant disappointing 17th place finish, or it could have been a solid finish. We're starting the pole anyway. This race didn't really matter, so we just chilled, stayed at the back, kept the car clean after that, even though we didn't really want to. Now we view the race results. Of course, we are 17th, Allgaier at the back, but you see everyone else where they'll be starting. You got Almirola, Dylan, the Dillon brothers, everyone by row. Jeff Burton will start in row 3, Kyle Busch row 4, Blaney row 5. So here we are. Now we're going to move on to the main event, the Daytona 500.
Professional sports, only NASCAR begins with its biggest event. Welcome to Fox Sports coverage of the Daytona 500. I'm Mike Joy with Hall of Famer Darrell Waltrip.
Mike, the Daytona 500, the great American race. It's the Super Bowl. It's the World Series. It's the Kentucky Derby, all rolled into one.
The 500 has always been the biggest race of any season.
It has, Mike, and there's the guys that are favorites, but I love Dale Jr. in this race. This track means a lot to the Earnhardt family, and I love to see Dale Jr. win this thing.
All right, 200 laps. Let's go.
And thank you, Mike Joy, Darrell Waltrip, Larry Mack for the intro. As now we go begin the Daytona 500. We're underway in the main event here in this video, the Daytona 500, as we jump to the lead here early over Martin Truex Jr. And we are going to narrowly clear him for the lead and try to get his shove. As you see Biffle there on the inside. Biffle has some momentum. We could use Greg Biffle as an asset. As of course he won Duel 1. It looks like Kevin Harvick won Duel 2. As we continue on racing, Biffle is going to get right on underneath us, and Biffle will go the lead as now we block Truex and just try to hold our ground. There goes Jeb Burton going by. He'll move second. Bushy, Trevor Bayne, the whole crew here on the inside lane just flying by. It's Clint Boyer. Here comes Jeff Gordon. Everyone going right on by. Jimmy Johnson as well, so we just like that drop to 7th. Oh, contact, heavy contact, Jeff Gordon. Jeff Burton's up on the wall. We avoid him. We get back down in the middle lane. Now we hang out Greg Biffle. So we up to 8th, but now here comes Cohen. Now big run on off of Jeff Gordon's draft. We're going to get ourselves back up into the top 5 here with a huge run. Going to the trial, we're going to be alongside Jimmy Johnson. We'll be 6th at the line. Contact there with Stewart. We're really door checking each other. Casey Mears to set the fastest lap. Boyer leads. Oh, cut in. There we go. We're wrecking. We're around. Stenhouse spinning in the big one underway here at Daytona. Michael and Ed's in it. Kurt Busch. Mears, and oh, Michael Waltrip is flying through the air. Michael Waltrip is flipping upside down. I don't believe it. Oh my goodness. We go spinning. Stenhouse goes around. We go up the track, and I know you see from behind, Michael Waltrip is going to come flying into your screen, just mounts Vickers and goes flying on top of David Reagan. So Waltrip flips to start off the Daytona 500. We'll come down the road to get repairs from that disastrous start. Now back underway here on lap 4. We get a great jump here. We're going to go right by Vickers, Newman, Reagan, McDowell. There's Michael Waltrip casually making some illegal passes below the WL line. Don't mind that. Black flags are off. We go by Menard, go by Danica, go by Trevor Bayne. And now we're working by Ryan Blaney in the 21. Then we're going to go by Truex. Justin Allgaier, we got a big shove now from Newman as we move into 32nd. And try to catch that lead draft with David Gilliland and Michael Annette in it. But no luck so far as we continue. Oh, and now momentum there. Newman, he will get underneath us. He'll move into 32nd. That side drafting like this is not helping us. This is going to further slow us down as Newman and Vickers go by. I try to keep in their draft. And we got to try to make our way up there. But I don't know if we really can do it right now. I don't know if we have the speed as we go to block Justin Allgaier. Him and Truex is, yeah, we've really lost this lead pack, and a massive run right into the back of Vickers. Whoa, up the track he goes. We gave him the shot of a lifetime. We're trying to get up there. We're 1 second behind that pack already. We've already lost the draft of the lead pack, and now we're left to fight amongst ourselves from 32nd to 43rd back here. As Boyer leads, we got Truex right on my bumper. Your 2 front row starters all the way at the back now here in Daytona. You got David Reagan making a run. They're on the inside with Waltrip. We're going to stay up here with Truex, then go down to block David Reagan as we move into 3 and 4. We're actually gaining some time, though, on the lead pack now. We're making some headway. It looks like we're really going to close into Kevin Harvick here. We get loose there, go back up to block Reagan. We continue on, trying to see if we can hold those gains, but the front pack will just gain them right back as we really go to try contact there. David Reagan nearly wrecked ourselves. David Gilliland just had the fastest lap of the race. And now we move on to lap 8. We have even further behind the pack now. 3.3 seconds behind the last guy in the pack, Michael Annette. We're trying to block Danica. Blaney, it's not going to work. Up the track and then down into Blaney. Michael Waltrip, we're banging doors. There's Newman and around. Goes to 66. He's crashing up in the air. And the caution is out. Newman goes around. Michael Waltrip gets slammed. And the caution comes out here at Daytona, which will save us in this pack and get us back up to the lead place. See right there, we just clipped Waltrip and sent him crashing hard headfirst in the outside wall there. Damage to David Reagan and Brian Vickers as well. And now, of course, we were falling up. I think we're pretty good, so I think we'll stay out here to try to... No, we will pit because we need fuel. We need fuel to make it the distance here. Could be the difference late in the going is fuel mileage. So here we are now. We restart on lap 10. This is going to be with 11 laps to go in Daytona 500. We are going to restart in 21st here alongside Josh Wise and the Doge car itself here. The legend continues as now we're on the outside trying to make the move. As we looks like we'll end up falling behind Josh Wise, and you get a big shift here from Carl Edwards in the 19. See what he can do to help us. But a big run up there for Kyle Larson. We'll let him go as long as we keep in the draft of Josh Wise. We should be good here. They check up the outside lane. Regan Smith and co. And now we got the momentum. Big run down the back straight. A big shot from Edwards. We're going to get... Oh, we're going to bump Josh Wise up into Boyer. 4 wide. We make it work. Now move the 3 up into the wall. There he goes. What a save by Austin Dillon. Unbelievable save as we're up into 14th now. I cannot believe he just saved that. He was completely wrecked in the corner and he saved it as Allmendinger leads the 500 now. As now we go by McMurray, we got Mears there trying to make it by Ty Dillon, who will go to the bottom at the worst time to get on contact. Oh, there goes Ty Dillon, around goes the other Dillon brother. We get the other Dillon, we get Ty this time, and then we slam into everyone else on our way by. But oh my goodness, we just gave him up and he lost it right in front of us. I had nowhere to go, and around went Ty Dillon to bring out the others. Now we'll get back underway here with 8 to go at Daytona. We'll restart in 3rd as Jeb Burton clearly spinning the tires as we get back going here. Now we're going to maneuver to clear him, and not quite yet. We'll use AJ Allmendinger's draft, and now it looks like into 1 and 2. We're gonna try to force our way down. Nothing there, so we'll have to stay behind Cole Witt on the outside. Then we take him 3 wide. They see you later, Cole Witt, and we'll lose another spot to Bobby Labonte in the 32 machine. Sorry, Terry Labonte in the 32. Here comes Harvick, but now we have AJ Allmendinger's draft, and now we have the speed. We're gonna get behind Jeb Burton. We're gonna give Jeb Burton a big shove here. We're gonna hang out the 47. So now it's Jeb Burton, Terry Labonte fighting for the lead of the Daytona 500, and now here comes Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano making moves as we try to get down the bottom, really shoving Jeb Burton possibly to the maximum that car can take before it goes around. Slowing down Vickers, who's found his way back in the top 5. And now we find our way to the bottom right behind Joey Logano. And we're going to hang out Jeb Burton in the 26 machine with 7 laps to go. We now make our move on the inside of Logano for 3rd. We're hoping leaders come down. They do. Terry Labonte, Kevin Harvick. We're going to try to make something happen here to the bumper of the 4. And he gets way loose. He saves it. And we go into 2nd. Now we get so much more time. We are going to take the lead here from Terry Labonte down the back straightaway as he checks up. And we're on our way. Here comes Austin Dillon making that incredible save a couple laps ago. Now he's right back on our bumper in 2nd, pressuring us for the lead of the Daytona 500 as we come down to the conclusion of the Great American Race. This has been wildly entertaining and chaotic, all that you would expect here at Daytona. We sit in the apron there. Austin Dillon right behind us. Justin Allgaier, the underdog there. Oh, no, what a save. Austin Dillon into the wall. He holds on to it. We hold on to it. We nearly got hooked. Here comes Austin Dillon's teammate Newman now. 6 to go. We continue to hold the lead, but the RCR cars continue to pressure us from behind as this battle rages on. Austin Dillon now, a big run behind us as we try to make something happen. We continue to block him. Hold on to this race lead. Coming to 5 to go. Austin Dillon, big shove right there. Newman, momentum on the inside. The question is, if you look at our little green fuel mileage bar there on the right side of your screen, right where the speedometer is, you'll see that we're about maybe halfway on fuel because we have 4 times fuel on. So it's going to be very close if the whole field can make it to the end on fuel. Now we're side by side with Austin Dillon, but we got a huge draft from Matt Kenseth, and we clear the 3. And now we lead Matt Kenseth now in 2nd here in the Daytona 500. Now we're blocking him, trying to hold on to the lead. He's got help from Tony Stewart and Martin Truex, who has found his way back up to the front of the field. As we continue to block Kenseth here, trying everything we can to get to the front. You see there's a couple of cars there at the back who I believe did come down pit road that we're catching on. It's like 2 cars or so. There's a whole group. Oh yeah, a whole group of cars have pitted already. There's about half the field has made their way down pit road. So we block Kenseth. Now here comes Truex on the outside, but we got to stick blocking Kenseth on the inside. We block Truex on the top. We'll let Kenseth at the bottom, then we clear Kenseth, entering 3 and 4. Now it's Truex and Keselowski who are going to be right behind us, trying to make a move. Looks like Matt Kenseth might bring it down pit road. No, he'll stay out as we continue racing, but you see the sheer amount of cars that pitted already. Here comes Truex, big run, big block thrown by ourselves. As now we're going to be flying by all the cars coming out of the pits. We're going to be putting a lot of guys 1 lap down here with 4 to go. Another big block on Martin Truex right there. And he continues to make moves. We continue to block aggressively. Now we're about to lap the Dogecoin machine of Josh Wise. We get to his bumper, and we'll put Josh Wise lap down. He'll stack up Truex, and that gets us the gap we need. And we're off to the races. Josh Wise, what a legend blocking for us. Oh, there's Stenhouse. He goes out of the way. We put him a lap down. Wise continues to block Trace. We fly by Cole Witt. Now on the back straight, we were going to send it by J.J. Yaley and Michael Annett, leaving 36 out of 43 on the lead lap. As now we have almost a 1-second lead over Martin Truex Jr. coming to 3 to go because he could not navigate lap traffic as well as we have. As now we're catching Justin Allgaier. And the 51 machine is Keselowski and Kenseth and Regan Smith have passed Truex. Truex is pitted, so he's pitted. More cars going down to pit road, and we are really down to a quarter of a tank. We'll see how much longer we can do this and hold on fuel mileage. So we lap the 51 of Allgaier there. Now we're gaining on Michael Waltrip's number 66 Toyota. Now we'll put Waltrip on lap down. No, we'll give Waltrip a big shove here to get by Terry Labonte. So we'll put Terry Labonte a lap down. And we'll try to get Waltrip's draft, which we will. We'll barely clear him. Oh my god, contact right there. So nearly wrecked the car. Oh my goodness. See, it's another whole collection of cars on pit road again. So we're hanging on here. Nearly 2 seconds now on Matt Kenseth, coming to 2 to go. We might cruise to Daytona 500 victory lane here. As we get behind Michael Waltrip, trying to get by him. The 25 Chase Elliott. Here we go. 2 to go in the Daytona 500. We lead by 1.8 seconds over Matt Kenseth. More cars came down pit road. We still lead over Keselowski. Now we continue to lap more cars as we get around Chase Elliott, Trevor Bayne. Continue to shove Waltrip here. Now we're catching up to guys like Gilliland and McDowell. Now if we lap McDowell, that'll leave just 21 on the lead lap. Now we got a big shove here coming from Ryan Blaney in the 21. As we just have enough on fuel. I mean, we are in the red on fuel coming to the white. I mean, it's going to be close if we have enough to go the distance. Get shut from Blaney. We're going to stay in between him here and Jeb Burton. We go to the bottom. We'll lap Jeb Burton and we'll lap Newman. Leaving 19 lead lap. That'll be Vickers. Now we lap Vickers. That'll leave 18 cars on the lead lap. And now we're going to try to save some fuel. White flag. Final lap here in the Daytona 500. Can we hold on to win the Daytona 500 and clinch our spot in the chase? Here comes Newman to the inside. Oh, we block him. He almost had something there as we fly by Jeff Gordon. Fly by Mears, Biffle. Now Almirola's last car on lead lap in 15th. Now there are 14 lead laps as we get around Almirola. Now we got Newman. Big run behind us. As we continue to really just try to hold on here. We're blocking Newman aggressively like it's for the win when it's clearly not. Now here comes Chase Elliott all the way on the inside there. That is David Gilliland's 38 machine. And now we got a big shove, a big draft there from the 25 at Chase Elliott. As we looks like we're going to catch McMurray coming to the line. And we have a 3-second lead. It's going to be cruising to victory lane. He's out of turn 4. Fuel mileage. We have just enough fuel left in the tank. We are going to win the Daytona 500 for Dale Jr. over Brad Keselowski for the second. We win the Daytona 500. And the celebrations, let them begin. Oh my goodness. Let the celebrations begin as we beat Chase Elliott.
You did it, man. You did it.
Now the burnouts are underway.
Did it in style. Now go have some fun and give the fans a show. And when you're done, just head over here to pit lane.
You're the man. Soak it up, man. Great job today. Way to go.
Now we go to victory lane to celebrate with the crew. And now we will view the final race results Let's see, of course, for your winner, Brad Keselowski run up, then Kenseth Regan. We're just flying through the results here, but you see everybody. Danica will finish in last. No surprise. Kyle Busch, 42nd. Austin Dillon, 41st. Tough days for them with the bad strategy. Fastest lap holder, Harvick, finishes 38th. Logano, 37th. Truex, 36th. Gordon, 35th. Biffle, 34th, as they're qualifying 3rd. Then you're going to have, of course, Allmendinger there, finished 23rd. Blaney finished 22nd. You got Newman will finish 17th. McMurray 15th. Denny Hamlin 13th. Kane 12th. Jimmy Johnson will get 11th. Just missed out on a top 10 finish. He led 1 lap. See up towards the top. We led the most laps, sitting 7. Brad Keselowski runner-up. Kenseth 3rd. Regan Smith 4th. Larson 5th. Stewart 6th. Menard 7th. Edwards 8th. Kurt Busch 9th. And David Reagan around here top 10. As I will conclude the Daytona 500 as we end up bringing home the win. We're going to just quickly load back to see the standings. And so we, of course, lead the points by 5 over Brad Keselowski. That will be Matt Kenseth, Regan Smith, Kyle Larson, Tony Stewart, Paul Menard, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, David Reagan, Jimmy Johnson, Casey Kane, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Jamie McMurray, and David Gillen currently in the chase. See everyone else that will be outside. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.